to find the center and mark the center. This is just going to give you a good idea, because when it's just the only one that's going on, there's a center of the backing. You put it on. For now, I'm going to just make sure that we have it spaced this direction so you don't run into stuff. Okay. So these are solids, but at this particular point in time,
Are we
wrong
loading
side up.
tops?
This is the backing.
This is the back, okay.
Backing. We're standing at the back of the machine, loading the backing.
Oh,
Ah, that helps. Okay, so
And
this,
it's
and we're
take up.
loading it in take up, because these are labeled nicely, which is really smart of them.
In theory, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I already have it rolled around the pole, the rail in such a way that it's going to be loaded correctly. Because this leader has to go under. This is a dead bar, dead rail. It just holds everything. You see the one that's empty over there? You see how the backing goes, the leader goes around it that way? That's how it's set up here.
okay, that's right, because we're on the back of the
On
machine.
the back of the sheet. Okay, so these,
But that'll be set up with, like, we don't have to remember that. It'll be set up like that.
in theory, yes.
But if you were starting from scratch,
We were starting from scratch and I was super busy, or Claire was super busy,
Then I'd be like, help me.
and you'd have to wait. Okay, so
So we'd be on the other website going, where's the whoever tells me how to do this?
So I'm gonna pin here, just where the center is, and I think that center comes up, so it's not. I like to, so there's a couple reasons why we are doing the selvage and not the cut. Because even when you pull, rip a backing, it's never actually going to be square. The selvage is going to have, because it's a little bit different substrate of fabric, has a little bit more strength in keeping it straight-ish. So if I'm doing a wide back, I like to do selvage to selvage with wide backs, because wide backs sometimes end up cut like this too. So, which there are ways
The
to go.
goal is to do the selvage.
Selvage is on. If it's pieced, then you find the straightest edge, or you make sure you have a straight edge. And like, if there were a couple of different places along here that was pieced, I would recommend doing like a stay stitch at each one of the places, just because, just like I encourage victory laps around finished quilts, so that it holds the edges together, same for back victory, yeah. Because you're not actually seeing the back of when you're working. Yeah. So the idea is to come from the canvas side, and I like to do every 6 inches or so, and then come back. I start from the middle and work my way out. On a bigger piece, it's even more helpful to do it every so often, because then you can make sure that you're getting it on where you want. When you come out here to the end, you want to do a pin in the opposite direction, just as a stay.
We're gonna create a Google, yes, like photos, folder that we can share and we can annotate these. Yeah.
All right. But the idea too is these are long corsage pins. I'm taking big bites with the pins, and I'm gonna go back in, and I'm gonna make sure the entire leader is covered.
A lot more things.
Wow. This is the backbone of your project, and you don't have to worry about your backing